This is American First Patriot Podcast. Defending freedom and liberty is our motto. I'm your host, Chauncey Brown. Welcome to the show. We are here for the American First candidates, and we're here for the people, we the people, of the Republic of the United States of America. I am so blessed to have the opportunity to start this platform, American First Patriot Podcast. It was born out of a friend of mine, veteran John Thomas Tomasi. He is away today, so he could not appear on the show. I want to take a moment to thank all of our followers. We just started this podcast less than a month ago, and we're up to almost 4,000 followers on Twitter. I can't thank our supporters enough. We know that our voice is being silenced. We know that conservative views are under attack. And I'm blessed to be able to have this platform to try to cut through some of the red tape of big tech. I'm excited today to have on my show. He's an American First candidate. He's a veteran. And give me a moment for me to talk a little bit about who he is. Jarome Bell is an American First conservative Republican from Virginia Beach. He states, running in Virginia's 2nd Congressional District, having dedicated his whole life to a career as a naval and then retired as Chief Petty Officer after 27 years, turning his attention to once again serving this great nation by working to continue to carry the torch of Donald Trump to make America great again. Jarome is running for Congress to defend our republic against foreign domestic enemies to the Constitution, to which he swore an oath as a member of the armed forces, and that oath never expires. You know, I've been doing podcasting for a couple of years now, and there are no more committed individuals to serving our country than a veteran. They take that oath of office to their grave. I'm also honored and blessed to be a son of a Navy veteran, and I was raised to be an American First Patriot, to respect the flag, respect all the national holidays, respect the Constitution, things that are missing today in our educational system, teaching our children about American government, civic responsibilities, civic duties, and statesmanship. Without any further ado, let me welcome into the studio Chief Petty Officer Jarome Bell.
Chauncey, hey man, good evening. How are you?
I'm blessed, and I'm always blessed to communicate with you. Your service to our country and your service to want to stand up again. You know, you're going up against the behemoth, the Goliath in the room, but if anyone can battle these evil forces, it's someone like you, and we're very blessed not only to have you in Virginia, but to have you representing all of Americans. I gave a little brief background on who you are, and I know there's much more than what I described. I've spoken to you a few times. Your passion for people, this country, is unequivocal to any other. Let's talk about politics for a second. What is your understanding and your perception right now, what's going on in the world with our military? Can you help to bring, if you will, into focus what is going on? And, of course, whatever you can share with us, that is within the legal realms.
Well, thanks for asking, and hello to all your listeners, too. I believe what's going on with us, with our military right now, from just speaking with active duty members that I still associate with, and that they call me all the time. They'll inbox me on my messengers and things like that, and the morale is low. The morale in our military is very low, and that's because they know we do not have a good leader. We don't have a strong leader in this country that's supposed to be the commander-in-chief of our military like Donald Trump was. And the world sees it, the enemy sees it, and the troops, the sailors, the Marines, the soldiers, the airmen, and the coasties that serve under this president see it as well. And not only that, the morale dropped and continues to drop because of the medical tyranny that's going on with with the Biden administration. These sailors, and there's a lot of, and I just won't say sailors, but military men and women that are being forced out, have been forced out, and continue to be ridiculed, labeled, segregated against, because they refuse to place a poison in their body that was not properly tested. It did not go through the proper clinical trials. If one cares to actually investigate what happened in those clinical trials of this said poison, all of they started to test it on animals, and all of the animals died. We see cases of people that have gotten the vaccine in the military where they are incapacitated. Some have died than has been reported because of this, and the ones that refuse to get it by personal choice because of religious exemption that they are not allowing, the courts are not allowing suits to go forward. Some of my fellow SEALs just lost a lawsuit the other day to where they either have to face either getting out, being forced out, or taking the poison to be transferred or deployed. And so we're in a bad state within our military, within the morale of our military, and it's very segregated right now. And I feel for the men and women of the country that's having to serve right now.
Thank you so much for that brief response. I posted a meme today on Twitter, and it's a meme of a picture of soldiers with Joe Biden and soldiers with Donald Trump. The enthusiasm you can see in this meme. It's actually not it's a meme. It was created as a meme, but the pictures are from when they visited the officers. The overwhelming joy of looking at officers try to get to Donald Trump versus Joe Biden, stoic look of concern. It's really sad that big tech has played a role in really upsetting the balance of our elections. This election was clearly stolen, and it's a shame. But a lot of people are waking up and pushing back. Now, what's interesting is when COVID first came out, and I know, being the son of a veteran and friends that are veterans, that you guys are inoculated with everything. And most times when you guys get inoculated, you are aware of the testing procedures. So my first red flag with COVID was, I remember a year or so ago when 5,000 soldiers refused to take the vaccine. That was the first red flag for me that something was wrong, because you guys are on the front line of everything, whether it's technology, whether it's pharmaceuticals. Everything gets tested through you guys first. And like I said, I was alarmed when 5,000 refused it. I said, there's something there. And we can go now, fast forward, and look at not only is it untested, they have fetal matter, fetal tissue in it from the 1970s and 1980s from babies. Like you said, it's untested. More people have died from it, and then now people are contracting AIDS after the third booster shot. But you're right. We should not be putting untested viruses in our body. And it's a shame where our country is going. The immorality in this country is at an all-time high, and that is one main thing, is we're lacking God in this country, and they're trying to remove God out of everything, and that is the saddest part, and that is going to hurt our country more if we don't push back. What are some of the issues that you're concerned about in Virginia in your district? I'm not familiar exactly what your district is, but can you talk about some of the issues that affect your district and some of the ideas you have to turn it around?
Yes. Well, in my district, other than, let's say, the local problems that we have with flooding, because they did not upgrade the infrastructure before they built all of these excess homes and brought in the population. So that's always an issue. Coming off of being shut down and being shut up and shut in for nearly 2 years, we still have to rebound in the job market. We still have to rebound in our, with Virginia Beach being a tourist area, we still have to rebound for our tourism and for the small businesses that are down by the beach, or the small businesses that actually rely on tourism and actually rely on our military. There were, unfortunately, throughout the nation, but just in Virginia Beach alone, we had numerous, just in my district, we've had numerous businesses that have had to close their businesses, not only because they were shut down and could not. The matter is that this government paid people to stay home. That's one of the main issues that we're having now, is that people don't want to come back to work. They're still getting paid to sit home, and these businesses that have reopened, that want to continue their businesses, they can't find workers. We've had mental health care facilities that have had to close because they can't staff them properly. So those are some of the main issues as far as just in our district. Up on the eastern shore, of Virginia, we only have one hospital up there. When people have to, unfortunately go to the hospital, they have to come across the bridge to Virginia Beach, go to the one hospital, or go to the hospital in Maryland, which is, probably, 45 to 2 hours away. And so those are a lot of things that we face.